My opening day presentation to staff this year was the presentation from The Economist, where they threw up all, it's a variation of Did You Know, but around all the social media usage. And what I challenged my staff to do was to dip their foot in the water this year.
We have time for 2 more questions, and preferably those who haven't been asked before. Yes, sir.
I'm Michael Chernikov. I'm a parent from Freehold Township. The question I have, I've been listening to your explanation on consistent experience in high school going forward. I'm wondering if your job, do you see in your job also doing a barometer check on how the K through 8s feeding into the 6 high schools are doing, so that you have an idea of where your problem area is going to be with the incoming freshmen, because certain districts at that level may not be consistent throughout the feeding district.
Yeah, you have to look at your, so I'll give you the example. My current district, I have 4 elementary schools that send to the middle school. And one of the first orders of business when I came aboard was breaking down all the data from those 4 elementary schools and identifying the gaps in my middle school. And then presenting that to folks. And then we actually trained all of our 4th grade teachers on how to do their own data analysis, chart their student achievement over years, and then identify their strengths and their areas of weakness, and then come up with their action plans about how they were going to be consistent. And I changed our meeting structure where we've got folks from all the buildings for the first time meeting with each other to the point where they are now meeting on their own in addition to the structured meetings I had, and collaborating on UBD unit plans together so that hopefully the students then are going to come to the middle school consistent. So I would look at I would start breaking down the data at the 9th grade level of all the students coming in from the K-8s, and you can tell some stories very quickly about where students are or are not succeeding from that.
And our final question.
I'm a student at Colston High School, and
You're going to need to speak a little louder.
I'm a student at Colston High School, and I was wondering how do you plan on benefiting clubs and activities in schools, seeing as they do not have as much funding as they used to?
You have to get creative, and I think that what a lot of clubs have been able to do over the past couple of years is really become more self-sustaining than they have in the past. And I'll give you an example. Last year, when when the budget crisis hit, and it hit every district, I identified a number of trips and things of this nature that the schools had funded, and we met with a lot of the club advisors, and we said, look, what of these can you fund yourselves? What can you fundraise for? What are you telling me there's no way we can pay for this without some assistance? And then we identified a number of areas, like our Model UN trip that we've done every year that they now fundraise for. Our international weekend where we host international students, they fundraised for and covered that cost. But I think you have to look at the various costs, and you have to have an eye enough about what is and is not possible with that. And then I require my principals each month, they have to give me a report on all their clubs, how many meetings they conducted, how many students were impacted, and I monitor that. So if I see a club that has 55 students that are meeting twice a month, and I see another club that has 3 students that are meeting once every 2 months, I say, well, hey, wait a minute. Are we wasting money on this club when I've got 55 kids over here? So you have to really break it down like that and look at it, and that's what we've done in my current district to try and get on top of that.
Thank you. Can we have a nice round of applause for... What we'd like to do is this. Hopefully you all have a form. How are you doing? In front of you now. Firstly, put Charles' name on it. That would be the very first thing. Put his name on it. If you want to hold it until the next presentation's over, that'll be fine. And then just don't take them home with you, okay? It'd be helpful if we get those. We're going to collate these and give this data and information after we put it all together with the board. So, if you would stand up, stretch for 5 minutes, give Chuck an opportunity to shake a couple hands, and we'll bring our next